Well, hello. Welcome back to another weekend. So today I have, I have a box. Thank you, Captain Obvious. In this box, I have a battery pack. This battery pack will solve some issues I have with this Bronco over here. Maybe, hopefully. I guess we'll find out. Stick around. That was dumb. All right, we're gonna go with the fluffy mic today. It's a little bit windy. So here's the problem statement. I have a cooler. It is a 12-volt cooler. I need to power that cooler, because, so it can cool. It doesn't exactly run on prayers and magic. So, I need to power that guy. How? That is the question. What you see before you are my first two attempts at answering this question. This right here is the Anker Solix C1000, the first generation unit. There's actually a new one out that just came out a few months ago. This thing is amazing. It's awesome. It will keep my cooler powered for 4 to 5 days easily. It's been on my channel several times before, no complaints. So what's the issue? Well, Bronco's cargo area is deceivingly small, and that guy's a little chubby. Enter you. So this little small fry is the Anker Solix C300 DC. I got it during one of the Prime Day sales. Remember when there only used to be one Prime Day sale? But anyway, this thing's awesome too. I have no problems with this. It does everything you ask it to. I can get pretty much a full weekend out of this guy. So what's the problem? Let me show you. So my obviously bulletproof master plan for this guy was to stick it in this nice little cubby back here out of the way. Yep. And yes, I did measure it. Let's not talk about it. So, attempt 3. Let's see if this guy's gonna work. I actually don't know what's gonna be in this guy. Cool. Oh, promising. What do we get in terms of accessories? We got ourselves a... Oh, good. So we got ourselves a normal wall outlet. We also got ourselves a 12-volt adapter for the Bronco, which is awesome. A little strap in case you need to cinch it down. Let's see, this guy is already apparently charged to 68%, which is good. Nice. Warning, charge before using. Before the content, you can charge it by the provided adapter. Plug in and charge right now. That is a Google Translate special if I've ever read it. All right, so let me show you the party trick. It's magnetic. So why do we care about this particular trick? Because of this. Bam. It's up. It's out of the way. You can still access it. It takes up virtually no room. Obviously, you can put it on the outside if you really wanted to. Now, clearly, if you wanted to ensure this didn't fall off, I mean, the magnets are pretty strong, but if you wanted to make sure it didn't fall off while off-roading or whatever, you're going to want to put some sort of Velcro strap around it. But you don't have to come up with some extravagant mounting mechanism to keep it in place. Here, actually, I'll be right back. All right, I got this Velcro strap here. This was from a fire extinguisher, I think. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Bam! That's going nowhere. Oh wait. That's going nowhere. Now it's not going anywhere. Good stuff, right? Other ideas for this guy that I just thought of in the last 30 seconds. If you have the MOLLE panels in the corners here from RTR or DV8 or XG, there's a bunch of them. If you have the MOLLE panels, you could definitely strap this to the MOLLE panels. If you have the slide out tailgate like I do, there's actually a dead space underneath the floor on the back side here. This does fit in that dead space, so you could put it under the load floor if you wanted. Oh, here. I bet you it fits here. Let's find out. Yep, fits there. Good stuff. Now, as for where I'm going to put it, this is actually pretty cool. If you have an ICECO cooler, there is actually a spot on most of the ICECO coolers that is specifically intended for this magnetic battery pack. So I can just take the battery pack, attach it right there, and it's not going anywhere. Can I actually pull this off? Yes, I can. It takes a little bit of force, but you can get it off. There you go. The plug for the cooler is right there. I can just plug it in from here to here. good to go. Let's give it a shot. Now in here should be the 12 volt cable. Yep, there it is. In. Let's go see if it powers on. We have life. Dun, dun, dun. Cool. Now the one thing I wanted to check, that I need to double check, is can that battery pack charge this cooler while being recharged from the Bronco? So let's give that a shot. Plug you in and in. And then you go back to my 12 volt port back here. Good to go. Do I know? How do I know? Oh, I guess I need to turn on the Bronco. Yep. Okay. So the question I have is, does this thing blink or do anything to let you know that it's charging? What does this button do? Nothing, as far as I can tell. Well, is the cooler still on? Yes, it is. Okay. Where's that user manual? Wha-bam! New day transition. I bet you didn't expect that. I know I didn't expect that. So I ran into some pretty crazy issues with this battery pack yesterday at the end of the day. And we'll find out right now if I actually fixed it or not. If I didn't fix it, this video is going to get a little spicy. Whoop, fail. So if I did my math right, this battery pack should be somewhere between 40 and 60%. And we are at 53. What's the voltage, eh? 13.4. Okay, it looks like we fixed it. Let me explain. So what had happened is the voltage coming out of that battery pack was low, and it was not even like a little bit low. It was like 9-10 volts. It was so low that it was triggering the battery protection on the cooler and turning off the cooler. That's obviously a problem. So I spent a good 2 to 3 hours yesterday troubleshooting this battery pack, trying to figure out why the voltage was low. Because obviously, if the voltage is going to be so low that it turns off the cooler, I can't like recommend this to anyone. But it appears to have been just a unbalanced cells inside the battery pack. So lesson learned there. I should have known better. When you get your battery pack, make sure you plug it in, charge it up to 100%, leave it charged at 100% for a few hours just to make sure all of the voltages on all of the cells are the same, and then you'll be good to go. I obviously knew that. I know how these things work. I have never experienced a battery pack that was that out of balance out of the box, so I thought something else was wrong, but no, I just read the manual, I guess. That it is in the manual, to be fair. Ironically, I think it was the sentence I read out loud yesterday, so shame on me, but yeah. But anyway, to pick up where we left off yesterday, I was able to verify that it does indeed support pass-through charging. I have it yesterday when I was troubleshooting this. I was able to plug it into my Anchor, so my Anchor is now effectively charging this thing. And then I can see inside of the Anchor app, if I pull it up real quick, that if I look at the car charger output, it is outputting 79 to 80 watts. I'll take a screenshot in case you can't see it. So it is charging that guy, and the cooler itself is still on, which is, good to see. So what this means, if you're not familiar with battery packs, is you can keep this guy plugged into your refrigerator at all times. When the Bronco's not running, obviously this will keep your refrigerator powered. When your Bronco is running, the alternator on your Bronco will top off this battery pack. So yeah, pass-through charging is a must in my opinion, and this guy's got it. So how long will this battery pack keep your cooler powered for? I think, obviously it depends. Depends on the cooler, depends on the temperature, depends on how often you have kids opening it. It all depends. I think for most people it'll definitely do overnight. For most people it'll probably get you through, the weekend road trip. If you're going beyond 2 to 3 days, you're definitely going to want either a bigger battery pack or solar charging or something like that. Which brings me to my complaints. Complaint number 1, there is no adapter included for solar. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. This guy right here, this is an adapter for my anchors. You have your positive and negative solar connectors here, and on the other side you have an XT60 connector. So this just plugs into both of these Anchor battery packs have XT60s. It doesn't have to be XT60. I know XT60 is not like a universal standard. I wish it was. I would really appreciate it if all of the battery pack manufacturers standardized around the XT60s, but it doesn't have to be this. Just give me the usual solar panel connector so I can actually use solar panels with my ICECO. Complaint number 2. This cable is pathetically short. I know why they did it. I do know why they did it, because the cable that they included for the refrigerator itself is, for whatever reason, it's like, why? I don't get it. Now, is this a huge deal? No, they do make extenders for this, but you should be able to, you should be able to get from one side of your typical SUV to the other side comfortably with a few feet to spare, and this ain't doing that. Complaint number 3. This one is a minor one. It does have a USB-C port. That's good to see, but the USB-C port only does 15 watts. That's no good. That'll be that's fine for phone, tablet, not good enough for a laptop. Now, does it matter for me? No, I did not buy this to power my laptop, but just something to keep in mind. Complaint number 4. It actually has something to do with what I read in this user manual yesterday while I was troubleshooting this guy. It's only got 450 cycles. That's the battery life of this battery pack. That is, frankly, that's pathetic. That's kind of a dead giveaway that these are not LFP batteries inside, or if they are, they're really crappy LFP batteries. I don't know why, like, LFP batteries are 2,500 plus cycles. My anchors, both of the anchors I have are LFP batteries. So 450 cycles versus 2,500 cycles, it's kind of, yeah, not great. And last but not least, I've actually already talked about it, there should be some sort of indicator on here that is charging. I don't even, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm making a big deal out of it because I used to do some electronic product design in the past, but like, think about every other device you have that has a battery in it. When it's charging, you get some sort of feedback that it's charging, right? An LED light, a flashing bar, something that is charging. Except for this battery pack. I can't even comprehend how you miss something like that, but whatever. So, what's the final verdict in this guy? It's a little quirky, that's for sure. It's definitely quirky, but it gets the job done. It's actually, you can tell it's made by the same company, because it's very similar in many ways to their coolers. There's just things about the cooler in this guy that make you wonder how could they have possibly have missed that? It just seems like something that's so obvious. How? Like, how do you miss that? But they both get the job done. Is this better than my Anker battery packs? No, definitely not. It is definitely not. But this is also cheaper than my Anker battery packs, and somehow this thing has the perfect form factor for the Bronco. So, given the price and the form factor, I think you can forgive a lot of those quirks. Is it a good buy? Yeah, I think it's definitely a decent buy. Worth considering for sure. So that's going to be it for now. Thank you for watching as usual. Social media right here. Feel free to contact me about whatever, really. And I will catch you on the next one. Peace! You know, maybe I should do one of those battery setups where there's like lithium-ion batteries embedded into the cargo area, and it's all pre-wired and tied into a red arc like BMS system, and there's dual 12-volt batteries in the engine bay with like an automatic failover. That would be cool. It's a little overkill. I probably don't need that to power a 12-volt refrigerator, but it would be cool. Also pretty expensive, but it would be cool. All right, bye.